3, 2, 1.
And we're live.
Take off.
Are we live?
Yes.
Excellent. How is everybody today? I hope everybody's doing well. Weather is so blah today. It's a little on the cool side today. What are we hovering around like 14 or 15 degrees, which for here is a little nipply. And what's up?
I don't know.
You have a scowl on your face.
Do I have the microphones mixed up?
That could be. Do you?
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. They can't hear me. He's going to fix the microphone, I think. Maybe. If it's not working. Oh. You can tell the humidity's up. My hair does not want to behave. It has a mind of its own today.
There we go.
Oh, goody. So now everybody can hear me. Yeah, we're at, I think, 14 or 15 degrees today, and it is raining. We have a storm system going through, so we're expecting thunder and lightning and a bunch of interesting stuff later this afternoon. Lots of heavy rain. Some areas have flood warnings, etc. So we're kind of bracing for some ugly weather, but which makes it a perfect day to sit down here in the studio and paint. And I wanted to do something max relaxed, something that didn't have like 10 million different techniques and 400 steps to the perfect finish. I wanted something simple and something fun that we could all sit and do together that I thought you would really enjoy. And if you're doing any craft fairs, if you're doing any craft markets, or just making gifts for family and friends, these are so easy to do and they're so much fun. And you can embellish them any way you want to. And I'm going to show you a couple of different ways to do these, and also show you that you don't have to do them exactly like this. You can use a variety of things. Now, I've used a dictionary page for these, but you don't have to use that. You can use whatever you have on hand, whether it's napkins, tissue paper, handwritten letters, photocopies, whatever. You can have so much fun with this. Customize them any way you want. So we're going to have fun doing those ornaments. I don't have a shout out today, although having said that.
Gotta talk about some people.
What's that?
Gotta talk about some people.
I do have to talk about some people. It's not really a gossip channel, but you know. Anyway, I do have a couple of people to thank. I got some happy mail this week, a sweet card from Miss Linda. Linda's amazing. Anybody that knows or is involved in the membership group knows how active Linda is and just how dedicated she is. She's just amazing. She helps out with so many things. She keeps everybody on track. She helps keep the schedule organized. She helps keep me organized. She's just phenomenal. And every once in a while, I don't know, it's like she kind of knows, but she always sends off a little something to me that just makes my day, gives me a little lift when I need it. So, Linda, thank you, sweetie. And while I'm here, I'm going to say hi to Linda's mom, Mary. Mwah. I love you, sweetie. I also got just the cutest cards in the mail this week, with some lovely little notes. This one came from Joanne Hutchinson. Joanne, again, on days when I'm perhaps not feeling 100% or, just a little stressed out or what have you, things just seem to arrive when you need them the most. So Joanne, thank you very much. Like Linda, you just gave me a lift when I needed one. And then I got the most amazing gift this week. Just the most amazing gift. Anybody that knows me knows that I have a thing for skulls. Check this out. Absolutely incredible. And this was made by Glendy Boston. Isn't that amazing? It is just the coolest thing. She's been playing with her Cricut maker. And she's recently gotten into doing sublimation, and she saw this particular image and thought of me, and oh, am I ever so glad she did. I just love this. I think that is just the coolest thing ever. So this will have pride of place hanging in my studio because I just love this, Glendy. Thank you so much. Love it. So I've been a little pampered this week. So I just think it's right that people know I appreciate it. So the one thing that has been frustrating the last couple of weeks is the inability to get shipping materials. They have been driving me nuts. So I finally got some envelopes this week. So we're a little behind getting orders out because we've had nothing to pack them in. We order anywhere between 400 and 600 envelopes, packing material, etc., every 2 weeks, so that we can pack orders and pack giveaways and things like that. Unfortunately, there's so much online business these days that there is a huge backlog in getting any of those materials. So I ordered 400, I got 100. I ordered 200, I get 50. It's like, so now I'm ordering every week, and I'm ordering a couple of hundred at a time with the expectation that I might get half of that. So when we get something, we try to pack orders, but if we run out, if we run low, it kind of backs us up a little bit. So my apologies if your orders are not getting out that fast. We try to pack them as soon as possible, but shipping being what it is, I placed an order a month and a half ago, and I got notification yesterday that they will be here by the 15th of September. It was a month and a half ago. So waiting 8 weeks to get shipping envelopes is a little frustrating. So I have orders in about 10 different places for envelopes, trying to get packing material because it's been so difficult to get. So if you're waiting on an order, we are packing them as fast as we can and in the best means possible. If you are waiting on a replacement for something that got broken, we are trying to get those processed and out to you. So as fast as we possibly can. We're almost caught up. I think we probably have about 30 more things to pack, but we're almost caught up. So please bear with us. I apologize for the delays, but please bear with us. 99.9% of people are very, very patient and very kind. So that is greatly appreciated. What else? I'm having a hot flash. Sorry. If your luck is like mine, they all come at once and overwhelm you. Oh no, I'm not that lucky. I'd be happy if I got everything I ordered. But, ooh. Oh my goodness. Hot, hot, hot. So we're going to be painting fun little Santa Clauses. I did get some more in. We just haven't had it. They arrived late yesterday afternoon, so I haven't had a chance to get them counted and get them up on the website. So we will have them up probably later today. But we got some more of the Santas in. We got more teacups in. We got more of everything in. Everything arrived late yesterday afternoon. So, and we haven't had a chance to fully update the site. So, just bear with us a little bit. So, hope you guys have got your paintbrushes all warmed up. I have my cup of tea and my very small color palette because we're not working with a huge one today. I know.
I was thinking of warming up to paintbrushes.
Yeah.
Makes me think you're going to be working with encaustics.
Well, that not quite. I got a goodie box this week from Decor.
Oh. I know what that box had.
I am so excited about this. I got a full selection of Decor's new wax effects. I'm so excited. I can't wait to play with these. And I
wasn't too far off with the encaustics thing.
No, you weren't.
Okay.
So I'm really excited about that. The other thing I'm excited about, I also got some samples of one of their new products that they put out this year called Your Home, which is their boutique line of acrylic paint that they're using for home decor, for furniture, for cabinetry, a whole bunch of things. So I got a few samples of that. So I'm really excited. And I'm planning on playing with these wax effects. They've something that I haven't had a chance to play with. I wasn't part of that design process, which is kind of cool in some ways because you don't know what you're getting. And I'm really excited about these. They had a tremendous response to them in a variety of shows, both in at CHA and NAMTA. People were really impressed with the end results. So I'm excited about playing with those. And so I'll be sharing some of that with you guys soon too. So if you guys are, did I forget anything? Of course I forgot something. Because my brain's fried. Giveaways. Derp. I have giveaways. Yes, we have nice giveaways this week. We always have nice giveaways, but these are in particular are quite nice. In our giveaway this week, they are courtesy of Dynasty Brush and Tombow. So there's some nice little Tombow goodies in there, as well as some goodies from us. But there is a beautiful set of Dynasty Micron detail brushes. A 3-brush set. It's a really nice little set. So there's 3 of those to give away this week. I'm excited. And hopefully you are too. To get in on those giveaways, all you have to do is either subscribe to my YouTube channel, hit the follow button on Tracy Morrow Live, or just simply participate in the chat, either on Facebook or on the YouTube channel, either one. Your name will go on the wheel, and at the end of today, we'll spin the wheel, and 3 of you are going to go home with a set of Dynasty Micron brushes. Well, actually, they're coming to you. You don't have to go anywhere.
Sheila is wondering what's the difference between the home line and the older home line.
The older home line. Oh, the home, you're talking about the decor line.
Yeah.
These are actually a boutique style paint. So very similar, similar to, I'm trying to remember the name of that paint. It, satin enamels. That's the word I was looking for. Very similar to that. Has a very limited palette, meaning that they've done strictly designer colors. They come in an 8-ounce jar. The colors are beautiful. They have a wonderful eggshell finish. So they're a little bit different as far as the sheen. And they're using a very high quality resin. And so they have great bonding properties. So the adhesion is improved. Just essentially become a bit more technical and a bit better quality. Which is a tough thing to do because satin enamels were an amazing paint. Just they were a satin finish. These ones have a gorgeous eggshell finish. So I'm excited about playing with those too.
Trying to find Lucy DeMatt's name on the wheel.
Oh, are you missing somebody?
Oh, no, she asked what color it was.
Oh. So we're already putting people on the wheel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Blue.
So
I found
you're
you.
blue, Lucy.
Blue. There's a lot of blue. Blue.
And Karen Knox, she loves Micron brushes. They're awesome. Oh, I love them too. Good morning, Sandy Barton and Valerie Clements. Everybody's jumping on. And Phyllis Freeman, love my teacups. I got some ornaments made.
There's no specialty colors. It's either blue, red, yellow, or green. It's the primary colors. That's it.
Yep.
You're either one of 4.
Yep. So we got, I was really low on tags and whatnot, the little ornament tags. So if you're looking for those 2.5 or 2 1/4 by 4 1/4 tags, we got those in. We got the 4.5 by 7-inch tags in. We got the 6 by 10s. What else did we get? Oh, we got everything. We had a huge shipment come in yesterday afternoon. So what are wax effects? Wax effects are a water-based acrylic that substitutes or responds like encaustics. So you can literally use it for doing encaustic effects. So it's very cool, and I can't wait to play with mine.
Jumbo tags, question mark?
Yes, I got the jumbo tags are in.
Hey.
Oh, no.
No?
No, we
No?
didn't get those ones. That's the only ones we were missing. The jumbos, those are the extra large.
Ah.
Yeah. Oh. I love my apron too. I have 2 really amazing skull aprons. One was a gift from Ms. Deb Daniker, and the other one was a gift from Ms. Linda Franco, and I love both of them. This one's just feeling very spooky and fallish.
Oh, Deb Daniker was subject of dinner talk yesterday.
Yeah.
Talking about your dog.
Yeah,
Talking about
Raffin.
Raffin.
We were talking about Raffin. He's beautiful. All right, you guys. What's for dinner tonight? I'm
Getting
not.
that out of the way.
What's for dinner tonight? Yeah, well, it was a question. Probably going to have some chicken wings. Well, I made a mess of wings yesterday to go with pizza. It's tradition. We have pizza and wings on Fridays. Not every Friday, but it's one of those meals. Anyway, I made way too many wings. Way too many wings. Yeah, so needless to say, we have a lot of wings to use up. So, what?
Make a chicken salad.
Uh-huh.
With the wings.
Okay.
But you see what I'm getting at?
I see where
You
you're
get the flavored wings. There's spicy and there's yummy.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Make a chicken salad with the wings.
Yeah.
Just an idea.
It is an idea. His stomach is talking this morning. The first thing he did this morning when he came down, he didn't even say good morning. He just stuck his phone out and showed me a video of some barbecued pork.
Sticky, spicy, sticky pork belly
Yes. Cubes.
cubes. Burnt ends.
Yeah, burnt ends. It made him happy. So,
It's the first thing I saw.
yeah, it's first thing he saw, first thing he said to me. I want to do this Santa on canvas. How would I add? Oh, we can talk about that when we get to the paper part. I'll be happy to tell you that. And yeah, you can cut it out to fit exactly, or you can actually paper the whole surface. There's a whole bunch of the ways that you can do it, and we'll talk about that when we're going. Renee, yeah, Debbie Buckman Easton is right there with you. I'm trying to follow the chat here a little bit. Yes, Phyllis, I agree. I love chicken wings too. But yeah, so I made a mess of wings and I have far too many wings, so guess we're having wings tonight. We ate more pizza last night than we ate wings.
Yeah, you had 3 slices.
I had 3 slices of pizza. I never have 3 slices of pizza. Not really a pizza person.
That's good pizza.
Yeah, really, no kidding. Okay, guys.
All right.
So you guys are ready to get started playing with this little Santa? So am I. Boop.
Little round guy.
Yeah, I really like this little surface. I just think he's so much fun. He's a little quirky, little odd. Not really. Somebody said it was like a gnome. Not really. Kind of.
It's
maybe.
a gnome.
I do have some new fun stuff coming.
You could also make him a biker. You can just get rid of the little pom-pom on that.
I never thought of that.
You just get rid of the little pom-pom on the top of the head.
Yeah.
Bam.
Yep, biker dude.
The biker.
I've got some fun stuff coming. Karen Beaupre is an enabler. I love her dearly. She's so creative. Anyway, I asked her to make me a whole bunch of little gingerbread cookies. About, 4 or 5 inches tall. For ornaments, etc. So she sends me a bunch of gingerbread cookies, and then she puts a bag of itty bitty cookies in. So I'm going to have to order a bunch of these because I've got these coming. I have the 2.5-inch ones for pins and things like that, but these, don't you think these would just make the cutest little embellishments for ornaments? So I'm thinking we need these. So I'm going to be, we need these. So Karen Beaupre at Southern Ridge Trading, you are an enabler. It's okay, somebody has to. So we're going to be working with one of these Santa blanks. I love the nose and the mustache. I just think that's hilarious. I like the dimension of this. I just think they're so cute.
Biker Santa. Ho, ho, go. Ho, ho, go.
Yeah, ho, ho, go.
Yeah. I like it.
Now, the fun part about these is you really don't need much of a line drawing except for perhaps the lettering. That's about the only thing you really need it for. because the rest of it is pretty straightforward. So I just cut a piece that was close to fitting the mustache. And I used a dictionary page for that. And then I cut a piece out that would cover the moustache as well as the beard. The other thing that comes in this kit from me is one of these little 1-inch snowflakes. Now, I love the snowflake. But then I got thinking, because, you know, that's what I do. Wouldn't it be cute with holly as well? You could do holly. You could do smaller snowflakes, or you could do multiple snowflakes. You could do all kinds of fun things with it. So if you have other embellishments kicking around, feel free to use them. I love the idea of having that little extra bit of dimension. So I have my little bin full of...
those little gingerbread men.
What's that?
Grab one of the little gingerbread men, snap a leg off, and stick it right next to his mouth.
Oh, yeah.
Like he's
eating it under his mustache.
Yeah. Stick it under the mustache. And...
You know, but little stars. I just think that would be super cute. You could do almost anything. So if you have a variety of little embellishments kicking around, I mean, you can use so much. So what I did was I base coated mine. I base coated the rim, the beard, and the top of the hat with warm white. And I painted the top of the hat with country red. I like country red. And I put my stencil away. I gotta find a stencil. And get Renee to reach into the bin there and get me a 1/8 polka dot stencil. Now, you could do this with a variety. You don't have to do it the way I did it. Now, you can use a 1/8 polka dot, like this one. I gotta tell you how far behind we are. We did a whole shipment of stencils. They're not even packaged yet. So, you could use the knit stencil. I rather like this. I think the knit stencil is cute. Now, in the original... which is this little guy, I just used the 1/8 polka dot stencil up here. Now, the idea being behind this is just to simply use what you have available so that you're not having to, have 6 million stencils, but you can customize this. So I've got my cute little knit stencil. I really like that pattern. That knit stencil really does it for me. I just think it's such a cool one. And I'm going to find a 1/2-inch stencil brush. I am not firing on all cylinders today. Honest to Pete. So I used white polka dots on the little guy. On this little one, I just used white polka dots on top of that red. And I'm going to use white for this knit pattern as well. But I'm not going to make it fully opaque. So I'm just going to use a little bit of warm white on a stencil brush. And the brush should be almost dry. You don't want to have gobs of white paint on this. So it's just going to be a light application of warm white on there. So that brush should be just about dry when you're doing this. There we go. So, and the result is you get this nice soft look. And I did the same thing with the polka dots. I didn't want them to be bright white and harsh. I wanted them to be quite soft and almost indistinct. And so just used a small amount of paint. So cute. Now we're going to shade all of that red, and I'm going to go out on a limb. I use this all the time for shading reds. Prussian blue is just such a great color for giving you that sort of vintage feel. So this is what I'm shading all of that red with. And you don't need a lot, so just a little bit. And I'm going to float the hat along the brim with a float of that Prussian blue. Nice and tight to the line. And then shade it in here. Now you can see it's not a really strong amount of color. It doesn't need to be. So I'm going to dry that real quick, and then I'm going to deepen it. Put one more float on there so that we get a nice deep float. There we go. There we are. And same on this side. Nice float. So I have a nice dark shadow on either side, and then just this light area in the middle. These guys do work up really quickly. Now we have to create a little bit of texture for the rim of the hat, the top here, this pom-pom in here. If you have a checkerboard stencil that you like, you can obviously use that. But I'm going to show you a really quick and easy way to do this. I'm going to grab a small flat. It doesn't have to be a really big one. I'm just looking for I'm using a bright, yes, that is. Nope, that's not the one. Ah, there it is.
That one?
Yep, I found it. So I'm using a bright, this is a chisel blender, a Traditions one, as a matter of fact. I couldn't find my other one. So, and I need a little bit of lamp black. And for this, you're going to have to get over your penchant for neatness. Neatness doesn't count. Perfection is to be avoided at all cost. So I'm going to just draw a loose line here to connect both sides so that we have a nice little guideline. Just there. And I'm going to use a small flat. This one is a chisel blender. It's a number 8. And you're going to pick up a little bit of lamp black. And I like to start in the middle. And I'm going to make a square. Roughly to about the halfway mark. Like this. And you're just going to do a loose checkerboard. Neatness doesn't count.
Give it that handmade look.
Well, and it's a little less perfect. So if they're crooked, that's fine. If they're imperfect, that's fine.
Even better.
It is going to work, I promise you. They don't have to be absolutely symmetrical either. So there, we have a checkerboard all the way across. If you want to, you can use a stencil. You don't have to do it this way if you don't want to. If you're not comfortable with this, don't worry about it. Use a stencil. And they don't have to be perfectly opaque either. Just like that. So we have a simple checkerboard.
It's a NASCAR Santa.
It's a NASCAR Santa. I'm just going to make sure it's good and dry. And then you're going to take a small sanding sponge to make sure that's dry. These are just little emery boards. And I'm just distressing those little checks. So don't worry about whether or not they're perfect, because they don't need to be. Check that out. So I've just worn through some of that black paint and exposed some of the white underneath it. So they're not perfect. And then we are ready to start putting our paper on our ornament. This part's so fun.
Renee's going to have his own line of Santas.
Yep, we're gonna glitter his beard.
Biker Santa, NASCAR Santa, Celtic Santa.
A Celtic Santa. Ooh,
Sky's the limit.
with a red beard.
Ginger Santa.
Ginger Santa. He could have his own beard.
Glitter Santa. Chantel Birdie. Hello. Can you show us the little sanding thingy?
This, actually, you can get these on Amazon. I don't have the link handy, but I can find it. This is for nails, for doing nails. And it's just, they're absolutely excellent for sanding little small areas or the edges of ornaments. You have that WTF look on your face.
Why did your printer just print something?
Because I told it to.
How? You did it with your phone?
Yeah, it's the line drawing for the lettering. So I'm using matte medium. This one or this one, either one of these, both Decoupage matte. What?
Don LaVelle's idea is awesome.
What's that?
Zombie Santa.
Excellent idea. I'm in Halloween mode. I'm in fall mode, actually.
Seen outside?
Yeah,
It's raining.
it's raining, yes. Decoupage matte, I love this one. Of all of the decoupage mediums, this is my favorite. And then matte medium is my go-to for almost everything because it's such a good medium. And in this particular case, I'm going to use matte medium for mine. But if you haven't got this is an excellent substitute. This one is extremely durable. So if you're doing things for pieces of furniture, etc., this is the one you want. This stuff is fabulous. And then for painting, general art, general craft, journaling and whatnot, I'm obsessed with this. So we have a little bit of matte medium. And I'm going to grab my fugly brush. Get that nice and wet.
Oop, Sheila's got a good question.
Ooh.
Is there a place to see what live events are coming up? I missed this week and would like to come.
Live events, you feed me for the membership group. The calendar is on the membership page, right at the top where it says featured.
Boom.
We had 4 lives for the month of August in our membership group, and we have 4 more scheduled for the month of September. So they're so much fun. Well, actually 5 if you count the class.
Oh,
What?
Diane Clark just joined Tracy videos.
Awesome sauce.
Right on.
Hope you enjoy, because we have a lot of videos.
Yeah, there's a lot of lives.
Yeah, we have a lot of lives, but in the membership videos section, you have access to all of the previous classes and all of the lives that we've done. So,
Yeah,
yeah, lots of fun.
and a couple that aren't available.
Yeah. So, we're going to adhere this paper, and I like this part because I get to reiterate a whole bunch of things that I talk about quite a bit. I'm going to use a small fugly brush, and it should be wet when you're doing this. And this is going to be what I apply my medium with. So I'm going to put my matte medium on with my fugly brush. This is the paper. Now I just cut it so that it roughly fits. It doesn't have to be perfect, but roughly fits. It's going to overlap. There's going to be edges, and I have a trick for that. I also have a little spray bottle, and I fill this up with water because you're going to wet your paper. So you're going to pish your dictionary page with water. You want your paper wet. Not dripping wet, but just wet. And then you're going to take your matte medium and you're going to apply it to the area that you're going to put the paper.
Quite liberally, apparently.
A generous coat, yes. But it should be even. It can be quite heavy, but it has to be even. And then you're going to take your wet paper and you're going to drop it into place, like so. And then you're going to use your brayer to press that paper down so that it's well seated into that medium. Now, it's going to ooze out a little bit of medium. That's okay. If you flip it over, you can see that it's oozed out. Just take your brush and wipe off the excess. Just, you can seal up the back of it with whatever has oozed out. That's all good. And then you can take your brush and just smooth it out so that you don't get any bubbles or ripples in the surface. And then you can force dry this. Now, the reason I wet the paper is this. Paper stretches when it gets wet. And if I lay the dry paper into that wet medium, it's going to do all sorts of weird and wonderful things. It tends to buckle, it gets ripples and creases, and you don't really want that. So if you put wet paper into that medium, it stretches out. And when you press it down into place, you don't have any ripples, you don't have any bubbles. But what you do have is a nice smooth finish. And then as the paper dries, it shrinks and you get a nice tight, smooth finish with no bubbles and no rough spots. So if you want the rough spots, that's okay. Go right ahead. I mean, they're not horrible, but ideally, if you want a nice smooth painting surface, which is what we're looking for this, you will have it. And now I can't find my...
The list is from the September lives is there too. Is there anywhere other than Facebook? Or do we have to go to...
It'll be posted in the members community tab.
Yeah, on YouTube.
On YouTube. So, I'm going to use a sanding sponge or a nail file, emery board, and sand down and away from yourself to remove the excess paper. And I like the down and away. If you saw back and forth, it'll end up pulling the paper off. You don't want that. So down and away gives you a beautiful, clean finish all the way around. Very nice. And now we have to do the nose and the mustache. So a little bit of medium. Generous, but not goop like gobs of it, but it has to cover the surface. So there we go. And then we're going to spritz our paper, both sides.
There is that. We also have the great Linda Safranco.
Yeah. Linda is amazing for keeping everybody on track.
Yeah, keeping
Including
everybody
me.
up to date with all the events going on and
Yeah.
what's going down. The great Linda Safranco.
She's awesome.
She is.
So I'm going to dry this. It's just such a fast and easy way to put a finish on a surface. These just make great little ornaments.
All our moderators are great.
That's true. And we're lucky. We have Robin Storm. We're very lucky we have Jessica Killerin.
Sheila Landry.
Sheila Landry, yes.
Sandy McTeer.
Yep.
Where is Sandy? Is she back home yet?
No, Sandy is in Florida.
She's in Florida.
Yeah, she's a busy girl.
No kidding.
So,
Let me.
oof.
Sandy's at the beach.
Yep.
Hey, there's Deb.
Hey, Miss Deb. You guys can thank Miss Deb for this little Santa Claus.
She designed it?
Well, I sent her a picture, said, I want this.
And she cut
And
it?
she cleaned it up, cleaned up the design, and made these for me. They're awesome. And he's
So
super cute. So if you're looking for these little Santas, these ornament blanks, Deb has them on her website as well.
I make what Tracy wants.
I'm spoiled. So once your paper is dry, you're going to put a nice light coat of that matte medium or decoupage medium. These are the ones that I use, but if you have, what's that other stuff called? Mod Podge, I think is the brand. If you have some of that at home and you need to use that, by all means, use it. It's not going to hurt anything. It's good stuff. Does the job. So, once I put my top coat on, I'm putting it everywhere. Because I want a nice uniform finish everywhere. Same sheen level, same surface everywhere. So, I'm putting a nice light coat. And don't forget to pay a little attention to the edges. This is something we often forget to do, is to seal that edge down. You've just sanded the living daylights out of it, so seal it. Make sure it's down really good and tight.
Deb says, wait until I hook up the new laser. There'll be
Yes.
no stopping me now.
She got her new toy this week. That sucker is going in today, if I'm not mistaken. And I just realized something. For whatever reason, it did not stick.
Not sticking? Dried it too quick?
I think the coat that I put down was dry by the time I stuck the wet paper on it, so
Uh-oh.
it did not stick very well. I just got a little ahead of myself. On the upside, I have this fancy schmancy tool.
Waiting for the movers right now.
Yep. That's exactly what happened. So when something like this happens where your medium dried in places, this is how you fix that. You take your handy dandy X-Acto blade. Look, it's bone dry. And you brush some back in. And then you lay it back down. Woohoo! There we go. See? That worked. It's funny, it just dried in one spot. I just didn't quite have enough medium in there. So, there we go. Woohoo! Now I can try it. I think we all have days where we could mess up the Lord's Prayer.
I don't even know the Lord's Prayer, so it'd be really easy for me to mess it up.
So he does have a nose. So we're going to just paint the nose with a coat of cotton candy. It's a great color. And I'll dry that. I'm a Dynasty girl. Everybody knows that. So no doubt somebody's wondering, why does she have a Traditions brush in her hand?
Uh-oh.
It's okay. They're made by Dynasty. I have a full set of them. I love these. They're a very good brush. There we go. So I've got a nose.
What? Read Deb B's message.
Deb
Okay.
V. Which Deb?
Deb B. Like Deb Bloomfield, my new toy is a vacuum cleaner. Not as exciting, but now I can suck in real time.
Wow.
Well then.
So, see what, doesn't he just have the greatest character? His mustache. His mustachioed little Santa. I think he's
button
adorable.
nose.
With his button nose, yes. I think he's super cute. So I'm going to close this up because it has a tendency to dry out. So, as I said, I use the matte medium. It's just fabulous stuff. If you don't have that or don't have access to it, you can use the Decoupage matte. I love this stuff. This is a really great product. But again, you can use whatever Decoupage medium or matte medium you can get your hands on. If I can make one recommendation, Golden's matte medium is fabulous. And love it. And the Decoupage matte comes in a variety of different ones. And there's also one for napkins that is for working with really delicate papers that is sensational. So there's a bunch of different mediums. And if you're really pressed, well, then you can use Mod Podge. It's good stuff. Does the job. So we have, this is all nice and dry now. So cool. Love it. We're going to start building this up. And of course, you know that I'm going to be using a little bit of Bahama Blue, because Bahama Blue is one of my, well, it is my favorite decor color. Right after this one, Asphaltum. Love Asphaltum. So I'm going to start with a float of Bahama Blue on the beard and on the mustache. So I'm going to float underneath the hat all the way along the edge of the paper, just like so. And then we're going to bring that float down and around the beard. And essentially we want to keep the center portion of the beard white.
We got some of the people here already planning Chattanooga.
Yes, ma'am.
Hey.
I've already got a couple of my submissions done. One of them is already in. So I'm excited. So I've got that Bahama blue all the way around. I'm going to come to the center here and I'm going to bring this down a little. Just to about the halfway mark. I just sort of want a little bit of that Bahama blue right there. And I'm going to dry that. And I'm going to come over to my nose. And I'm going to put a float of Bahama blue across the top, like so, and under the nose, like that. And I want to leave the bottom a little brighter white, like so. And then we're going to tone all of this. We're going to tone that trim, and we're going to do all of that with a little bit of asphaltum. So, a float of asphaltum across the top of the hat, like so. Just leaving it lighter at the top. And I'm going to tone all the way across the bottom of the brim of the hat, like so. And again, I'm leaving that top part a little brighter. Now these little guys work up really quick, especially for craft sales and jumble sales and things like that. So little float of asphaltum. Wherever the Bahama blue was, you're going to put that asphaltum. And it is heavily thinned. You don't want this colorful strength.
Hoover is a good name for a dog.
That's what I wanted to name Gizmo.
Yeah, Hoover.
Hoover.
I'm also going to name a dog named He Who Poops a Lot.
Sir Poops a Lot. That's a good name. It's accurate.
Yep. Especially puppies.
Especially puppies. The only thing they do is eat, sleep, and poop. Kind of like babies.
Well, unless you get a mal.
Oh, yeah.
Eat, sleep, poop, and bite.
So, all I'm doing is just toning that Bahama blue a little bit. It's going to give it a slight greenish cast. And I'm going to do the same thing to the bit of the nose, around the nose. Just like so. So make sure you thin it out. You don't want it to look solid brown. It should be very transparent. What are you giggling about?
I can't say.
Uh-huh. Usually when you giggle like that, it's something very inappropriate. Extremely inappropriate. So, I like that little bit of asphaltum. It gives these a vintage feel, gives them a slightly antiqued look. And I'm going to deepen this a little bit along the brim of the hat because I want a little bit more.
Sir Poops a Lot. It would be my German Shepherd. He is the poopiest of dogs.
So once you have the trim toned, you're going to take a little of that asphaltum onto the hat. It just brings everything in line, brings everything together, gives everything that aged appearance, and it gives it a nice vintage look. So we need a highlight at the top of the hat and at the top of the brim here. So I'm going to thin out a little bit of warm white, and we're going to put just a small highlight in a couple of places. So little highlight at the top of the hat. It's a weak float, doesn't have to be strong. It's just a little float of warm white across the top, like so. And it's just going to give this a little bit of light up there so that it doesn't look so flat. So little float of warm white. And I like doing this with the mustache because we've got a little shadow in here. I want to give the mustache a little bit more light. So I'm going to put a little float of warm white on the bottom of his mustache. It's just going to create a little contrast. That's all. So that when we do this, it sits up nicely. Gives us a nice little bit of contrast there. It's a small detail, but it has a big impact. So we have to do the nose, and we're going to use a little bit of that country red, same red that's in the top of the hat. And you're going to thin this out quite a bit. And we're going to put a nice little float of country red to the lower left side of the nose. Just like that. It's going to give us a nice little shadow. And much like the mustache, we're going to put a little highlight of thinned warm white to the upper right of the nose. So directly opposite of that shadow. So we've got a bright spot on the upper right. And then with your liner, we're going to take some of that warm white and we're just going to give a little shiny spot to that nose with a little comma stroke. Just like that. Nothing fancy. Super simple.
Oh, yeah. Next Wednesday coming up
Is our live class. Yes.
Yes.
So we're doing the Tuesday night live in the membership Facebook page. In the membership Facebook group is Southwest Terracotta.
Ooh.
So we're doing a textured finish during that live. And then Wednesday we are doing the patina on copper and silhouettes.
Sorry, I had a song.
Yeah,
stuck in my head.
obviously, because you were dancing in your chair.
And nobody would get it. That's
Yeah.
the thing.
Believe me, we're used to it.
It's called Terracotta Pie
Terracotta pie, okay.
Yeah.
Don't know.
by a band called System of a Down.
Oh, System of a Down I'm familiar with, just not
Yeah.
that song. Oops. How do you know when to flight right to the edge and when to float in from the edge? In a case like this one is, I don't really want a tremendous amount of realism. I just need a little dimension and that's it. When I want something to look spherical, it's usually berries, something that is round and like a ball. Whereas the nose is something that's attached. I just wanted a little bit of a shadow to give it some dimension. That's about the only time. When I come in from the edge is when I really want to establish that spherical look.
Sorry, it's not called Terracotta Pie.
No? Okay.
It's called The Vicinity of Obscenity.
Okay.
That's the name of the song.
Okay. But there's a line in it that says something about terracotta pie.
It's pretty much the chorus.
Okay. So the fun part about this now is I love doing this. I love this little sketchy line. Lately I've been a little obsessed with stitch marks. I don't know why. I just am. I came across a couple of old magazines the other day when I was clearing out some stuff. And one of the things that I found, they had little stitch marks on everything, and I thought it was so cute. So I'm using that squiggly line thing to go down the edges, like so. Nothing neat and tidy, just a squiggly line, like this. It just kind of implies that this is a checkerboard and a little soft fabric. Just like this. Again, neatness doesn't really count for this. Doesn't matter if it goes over the check, if it goes wherever it goes, doesn't matter. It's just a fun little detail and nothing too elaborate. And then I'd take that same little squiggly line and I'm going to go all the way around the beard, like so. This is going everywhere. I put it everywhere. And then I make that line so that it overlaps the first line. So it's imperfect. And I'm going to go around like 2 or 3 times just because I can. It just makes for an interesting detail. And then I'll do the same thing to the hat. So neatness doesn't count. Perfection is to be avoided at all costs.
How old is Karen's dad?
Karen's father?
Yeah.
I think he's 92, 93 this year. I know, the man doesn't, first of all, he doesn't look his age. Second of all, he doesn't act his age. A man
How
still
can you
splits
act an
fight.
age if you've never been that age before?
Exactly. You know,
Act your age. I don't know how to be this age.
I've never been this age before.
He's 98.
98. Wow. Okay, that's even more impressive.
98? Jeez.
Well, the man still splits wood.
See, if he stops working,
Yeah.
that's when stuff happens.
Yeah.
Yeah, we come to that conclusion.
Yeah. Exactly. So I kind of like this little squiggly line. Take it everywhere. It just gives this guy some interest. So that
Ooh, ooh, ooh.
boom. I'm not going to put his moustache on yet because we're going to put lettering on. So when you see, even in the line drawing, I put that little squiggly line because I like the squigglies. Squigglies work for me. So I'm just going to cut the lettering out. Oof. I can feel the humidity in the paper.
He put in a garden this year and he worked it up by hand.
Yeah.
At 98?
At 98.
Jeez.
Yeah. So I'm going to make sure this is good and dry. And we're going to put our little hoo, hoo, hoo. Him, him, him.
There's some Monty Python lines that we cannot say.
So I need a little piece of tape. Can't find my tape. I don't know where my tape went. Oh, can't get things out of boxes today. Oh. Really? Honestly. So, little trick. Sometimes, especially if you're working on something that has paper on it or it's freshly painted and you're a little concerned about whether or not this tape is going to be too strong, just stick it to your shirt a few times. It reduces the tack on the tape by a little bit. And I just center this, put my tape down, and I'm going to grab some gray graphite, and I'm going to slide it underneath my lettering.
There's so many Monty Python things you can't say. Yeah.
Yep.
Ministry of Funny Walks. Still, to this day, the whole skit on how not to be seen,
Okay.
the camouflage class,
Okay.
is hilarious to me.
Occupational hazard.
Yep. I think it's hilarious.
So, again, I just trace the lettering on. Use this little red pen. This way I know whether I've gotten all the letters. Him. There we go. Now, I used the term ho, ho, ho. You could use whatever you wanted, really. Or you could just leave the lettering out altogether, or you could stamp it on. Entirely up to you.
See, it might not be a beard. It could just be the mustache.
It could be.
And it could be like his chin or
Yeah.
his neck. He's got a big neck.
Now, it is, holy Moses, difficult to see.
You wearing your binoculars?
I've got my goggles on, yep. So I'm going to use a very small rigger for this and a little bit of lamp black. And this one is a little difficult to see because it's fresh. The graphite paper was not all that cooperative. But the nice part is that this is a pretty forgiving font. It's going to let you get away with a few things. Doesn't have to be perfect. Thankfully.
Robin Storm.
Oh no.
Ralph asked me if I was taking Gizmo with me to Chattanooga.
Yes.
You can bring Gizmo. Whether the airline and the hotel will let you have Gizmo
is another story, but
another story.
We would welcome Gizmo.
But we would welcome Gizmo. Him and his runny nose.
Yes. Poor baby, honestly. Miss Airy had her shots yesterday, her second round of shots, her boosters and whatnot. And she seemed to soldier through that with little or no side effects. She had a good nap when she came home, and then she was on the path to destruction the rest of the day. She was stealing the little giveaways out of the bin and dragging them around the house.
They used those?
Yeah. She was grabbing the ones with the skulls in them, the little Ziploc
She likes
bags.
skulls too, eh?
Yep.
Yeah.
She dragged them upstairs. It's like, I like this. This is mine now. She's quite the kitten. She's busy. Holy Moses, she's busy.
Welcome all the puppers to Chattanooga.
Yep. All the puppers.
As long as you can legally bring them there,
Yep.
I'm all for it. Gotta follow the rules.
Yep. So, almost there. Almost have the ho, ho, ho. The last ho is done.
Would Talon be going to Chattanooga?
Maybe.
Oh, I can't wait to see Talon.
Maybe.
I've only heard stories and seen pictures.
He's beautiful. Talon is a beautiful dog. You and Donna would have lots to chat about. She's a dog trainer.
No. Different type of dog trainer.
Yeah, she trains service dogs.
Yeah.
And, well, she does puppy classes and everything. So,
Oh, does she?
yeah.
Okay.
She does a little
We could do
everything.
puppy classes.
Yeah.
I love puppy classes.
So there we have who. Now I want to put a little bit of a shading in. So we're going to thin out a little bit of asphaltum. Very watery. I kind of want this lettering to lift up a little bit. So we're going to give it a simple shadow, which means coming to the right of each of those vertical lines, like this. And it's just a simple stroke. Nothing elaborate. Doesn't have to be perfect. But just follow the shape of the lettering. It just gives it a little bit of height, like it's casting a simple shadow.
Oh.
What?
Judy Thacker's Remy just got diagnosed with the big C.
Oh no.
I'm sorry, Judy.
So this lettering needs a little bit of a highlight, but we're going to keep it really simple. It's just going to be a little stroke of warm white at the upper left of each segment. So little stroke, not all the way to the bottom, just a little stroke. Otherwise it gets too busy. It just needs a little bit like that. So we have simple lettering. How fun is that? So because it's has a wintry look, and these are super cute, we're going to use a little bit of warm white. It's got to look a little bit snowy, right? So we're going to spatter with a little bit of warm white. Super fun. I love spatter. And we also have to do the nose. Comme ça. The moustache. A little bit of warm white.
Oh, apparently a bunch of them are hopping in one car and going to Chattanooga. They're already planning out road trips.
Yes! It's going to be a blast. And I'm going to give a little spatter of asphaltum too, just because I can. And I like it. A little bit of asphaltum. Keep it light, doesn't need to be heavy. So fun. So I'm going to set that aside. And I'm going to work on our snowflake. And I think okay. Jeez. If it had teeth, it would bite me. See, got me thinking about the holly. So I'm going to put a little bit of, what is this? Lush green.
Chattanooga will never be the same again.
No, it will not.
You make it sound like we're going to destroy the place.
Hey.
Hey. Don't give me that look. You can...
I can behave.
I only have so much bail money.
Okay. So I'm going to use a little bit of lush green. I have these little holly leaves. I love these. These are just fun. I'm going to put a quick coat of lush green on the leaves. Comme ça. And I'm going to dry that real quick. It's so fun. I love doing stuff like this. And then I'm going to take a little bit of plantation pine. I'm going to shade just the base of the leaf. Why is that not floating? Because there's no water in the brush. That's why. Still no water in the brush. What's going on here? Ta-da! There. Holy Moses. Okay, let's try this again. Little float at the base of the leaf.
Yes. The bail money that I have is for me. No.
I'm on my own. And I'm going to put a little highlight at the top of the tip of the leaf. I'm going to use a little bit of this. I love this thermal green. So a little float of it just out at the tips of the leaf, just to give it a little bit of a highlight. Comme ça. Neatness. It's just to give it a little change in color. And then I'm going to use the end of my brush to put some holly berries on. So right down here, I'm going to use the end of my brush to put 3 little berries. Et voila. On the bottom. We have holly leaves.
Bring clean undies. Oh, what? Yeah.
And a little dot of warm whites to put a highlight on those berries. See, this is my thinking. So if I put the nose there, then I can put a little bit of holly right there. So just another alternative, I suppose, to embellish these. So you can use almost anything. If you go into scrapbook stores and card making stores, paper crafting stores, whatnot, they always have these packages with all these little embellishments, little holly leaves and whatnot, buttons, things like that. Use those to decorate if you can't get your hands on some of these things. But small embellishments make a big difference. So we've got a little bit of that. I've used the snowflake. I base coated it with just a coat of warm whites. I'm going to use a little bit of, I'm going to find my fugly brush. I'm going to use a little bit of matte medium and just tap a little of that onto the snowflake. Comme ça. Easy peasy. And then you can sprinkle it with a little bit of glamour dust. I've got glamour dust. Glamour
Does
dust.
it have to be glamour dust?
It doesn't, no, but it is going to be.
Damn it.
Whether you like it or not. So a little bit of glamour dust. Or whatever glitter you want, really.
Ooh.
Sorry, son.
Run, Renee, run. I'm trapped. I'm surrounded by light stands and
Yep.
cameras.
He's kind of painted into a corner. Pardon the pun. So I'm going to use a little bit of my clear tacky. Hello. This is taking longer and longer to get this out of the bottle. There we go. I think I'm getting close to needing a new bottle. That's why.
I think you got to stop storing it upright.
Well, that probably would help, but it doesn't store well on its point.
No.
So I'm going to glue the nose into place. I like overlapping the hat band. Of course, you don't have to if you don't want to, but I like it that way. And then I'm going to do the same thing. Put my snowflake. Little dab will do you. I like the snowflake, just a little bit. I like them on the brim of the hat. But as I said, you could switch this up and use a little bit of holly instead if you want. I just think he's cute. And these little guys, they work up so quick. And they're so stinking cute. Now to finish this, I will take it out to the garage or outside and I will hit it with a couple of light coats of Decoupage matte spray just to seal everything before I varnish it. And then once it's varnished, you can go at it with your favorite clear varnish. I like this one, the glitter varnish, this one from Decoupage. This Galaxy varnish. I love this stuff. It's just so sparkly. So I've got a light coat of matte spray on this already. I grab my favorite fugly brush and a little bit of that sparkly varnish, that Galaxy varnish. I love this stuff. And just brush a light coat on. That little coat of matte spray just makes sure that anything that could possibly move doesn't. So light coat, just brush a little of that on, makes things all nice and sparkly, and protects everything really nicely. That Galaxy varnish, this stuff is awesome for Christmas ornaments. Love the glitter in this. It's very subtle. Has lots and lots of sparkle. And it makes all the colors pop. And I love the finish of it. It's a nice low satin, so it's not glaringly shiny, but you get just the best sparkle out of it. So look at that. So pretty.
Ooh. What would you put on the back?
You know what? On the back, I like to paint them either black or white on the back, and then you can put the year, the date, or if you're gifting it to someone, you can put a to from, or a little note, or whatever you'd like to do, you can do on the back. If I'm going to be gifting them away, I generally will put a coat of black or white on the back. And then that also gets varnished. And then I can stencil a pattern back there if I want to, or I can write the names of the person that I'm gifting it to and the date. There's a number of things that you can do with that. But one of the things that I like to do with ornaments in particular, I like to finish the edges. I don't like this, that sort of grungy thing. So if you don't want to paint the edges to match perfectly, you can do this. A gold paint pen or a silver paint pen, and just run it along the edges like so. It just finishes off things really, really nicely. Just like that. And these ones are the chrome pens that I recently found. They're inexpensive, surprisingly inexpensive. I got 3 of them for about $23. They were very inexpensive, considering that a lot of these gold paint pens are, $18 to $20 a pop. These ones were very reasonably priced. I love the finish of them. It has a nice high reflectivity when it's completely dry. They come in a set of 3, a silver, a gold, and a copper. Any one of them would look great on ornaments.
That's a place?
What's that?
Skullville.
Skullville? I'm going.
Is there skulls there?
Is there skulls there? There's got to be skulls there.
There's got to be
There's
skulls.
So yeah, these ones, I found these on Amazon. They're made by Let's Resin. It's a chrome marker, high gloss, liquid chromium, and they come in a set of 3, just like this. Silver, a copper, and a gold. Of course, I love the gold, but I gotta tell you, I'm really liking the copper one too, and this chrome one is unreal. It's like a mirror when it's on. These are really great. I also like the tips on these ones. There's a fine tip and a chisel tip, which you don't often see in a lot of these. Some of them are just a bullet point, like a round point. This one has a fine tip, which is nice. I really am quite impressed, and for the price, you simply can't beat it. So I found these on Amazon.ca. If you're looking for the link, I think I posted it on my page on Facebook, so you'll be able to find it there. But they are fantastic. Work very, very well. Cover very nicely. I haven't had them dry out yet, but look at that finish. It's a really nice gold, metallic gold finish all the way around.
Yay.
So there we go. That's how you do those little Christmas Santas. Fast, easy, a whole lot of fun.
Just one.
Which one? Oh, you were looking for the right button.
Yes.
It worked.
Kinda.
These are just so flippin' much fun. You can do this on almost anything. I've done variations of this over the years on a variety of surfaces. Sheila Landry has the most adorable little banner tag that you can do this to and then string them along. And if you're looking for the pattern, it's also on my website. It'll explain how to do it on that particular format. It has a slightly different design as far as the sand is concerned, but the techniques are very similar. So there's a variety of ways that you can create these. The other thing you can do with this is create beautiful fruit, beautiful backgrounds, all sorts of interesting ornaments that you can do this with, not just Santas. You can use this for a huge range of things. So grab some scrap paper, some old tissue paper, dictionary pages, whatever you have. You can do all sorts of things. If you don't have anything you want to use, then make your own. You can print off something using your printer. You can stamp on a piece of copy paper with your favorite stamps, and then use that to create your own very unique ornaments for the holiday season. These are super easy to do. And all you need is a little bit of decoupage medium, a little bit of matte medium, some paper, and just a few colors. You don't need to have a ton. You can work on almost any kind of surface. Doesn't have to be this one. So if you are looking for this Santa, we will have some up on the website this afternoon as soon as we get a chance to update the site. And in the meantime, they are available from Deb Antonick at paintingwithdeb.com. Go and check out her site. She's got some of the cutest new surfaces on her site. They're just awesome. And she's been making me some really great ones. So if you're on the West Coast, don't like the shipping from sending it from the East Coast, go and visit Deb's website because she's got all kinds of them, and she's out there on the left coast.
Print on canvas?
Yeah.
Apparently you were going to talk about that?
Yeah, to be able to do this onto a canvas, the technique is exactly the same. Just simply cut the shape out following the line drawing so that you know that you've got it accurate. Or if you've enlarged it, cut it to fit the shape of the size. And then a tip for working on a canvas for decoupage, paint that area with a little extra gesso. Put an extra coat down there before you put your decoupage on. It'll give it a little more stable substrate. And then when you are applying it, put something firm underneath your canvas. So if you've got a book or a stack of magazines that you can slide under there so you've got a nice rigid surface, it will make putting that decoupage onto a flexible surface a whole lot easier. And then you can use the very same mediums that we've used here, either a matte medium or a decoupage medium. It will adhere beautifully. Just be generous when you put it on. Technique remains the same. So Renee has got the wheel all loaded up. You're very welcome.
I'm spinning it.
You're spinning it?
I'm spinning it.
Okay.
I'm spinning it.
As I said, our giveaways today are, we have a nice 3-brush set of Dynasty Micron.
Jackie Gibson.
Jackie Gibson. And of course, there's some other goodies in there too. We always put little goodies. And there's a nice little gift from Tombow in there. One of my favorite things from Tombow. I love me some Tombow. And if you're looking to go shopping on Tombow's website, they have a nice little sale on right now. At Tombow USA. Go and check them out.
Got another one. Boom.
Spin, spin, spin.
It was blue, Lucy.
Might change color once you remove a name from.
Laura Villegas?
Right on, Laura Villegas. I've been having a lot of fun painting these little voodoo dolls. I've been walking around wearing my little zombie bunny for the last couple of days. And the last one, he's spinning it again.
Spinning. Debbie McClellan?
McClellan.
Debbie McClellan.
Right on. So, ladies, I do believe actually that I have all three.
Do you?
I do. So they do not need to send me their shipping information. We have it on file for those three ladies. So those are already packed. Postage is already on them, and they will be going out with tomorrow on Monday's shipment.
Tomorrow. Tomorrow's Sunday.
Tomorrow is Sunday, but they will go out in Monday's shipment. So we will get the website updated this afternoon. It's been a week. And we will have the blanks for this little guy up there, as well as we did get some more teacups in, and we got some more ornaments in. So we've got a bunch of stuff we got to get up on the website. So don't forget to go and check that out.
What are we doing next week?
Next weekend, we're painting on a 6x6, or not a 6x6, an 8x8 canvas.
Is it pumpkin?
It's a pumpkin, something fall-ish.
It's a pumpkin.
It's a pumpkin. So we're going to have a little bit of fun with that. And I think you're going to enjoy it. It's a nice piece. A little bit of stenciling involved. So make sure you break out your 1-inch buffalo check stencil, because that's the one we're going to be using for our background. We're going to have a little bit of fun with that. Painting pumpkins and getting ready for the fall, because that's right around the corner. All the burr months are on their way.
I like it.
I do too. I'm looking forward to the fall.
Autumn.
Autumn. Yes, something autumnal. That's
Autumn.
what we're painting.
I like autumn.
I do too. I'm a fall person. So that is it for us today. Thanks so much for joining us, as you do every Saturday. And join us next weekend. We're going to be painting something autumnal, as Renee puts it. And a pumpkin. So break out your favorite 8x8 canvas or an art panel, or any surface, really. The project will be easy to translate to almost any surface because of the way it's designed. So join us. Don't need to have a ton of supplies, just your basic brushes and a few autumnal colors. And the pattern will be available for you on Monday. You can download it then. And if you're not already subscribed to my YouTube channel, please hit the big red subscribe button and join us every Saturday live on the YouTube channel and on Tracy Morrow Live on Facebook. And if you're on Facebook, hit the follow button. We'd appreciate it. And thank you for joining us. And everybody stay safe. We love you. Take care.
And pet your dog.
And pet your dog.
Pet your dog, pet your puppy, pet your horse, pet your cat. Pet your animals. All of them.
All of them.
We had a squirrel.
Yep.
Bye.